Plaintiffs Charles BUHLER and his wife Linda Dowell say the defendant is Linda's son, and Linda admits that she hasn't been the perfect mother. Linda claims she lost custody of the defendant when he was 11 due to her drug addiction. And although she is 20 years clean, she says the defendant is now struggling with alcoholism. They're suing Linda's son for bail. Defendant Jonathan Whitfield says after the state took him from his mother, he didn't see her again until he was 16 years old, and he was excited to reconnect with her at that time. Jonathan claims he later moved in with his mother, but he felt like she was using him for his money, so he left. Jonathan's countersuing his mother for unpaid loans.
Start with you.
My name is Linda Dowell, and this is my son, and I love my son very much, and I miss him, and I haven't been the perfect mother. I'm sorry, I'm going to get emotional about this because anyways, he has an alcohol problem, and he definitely needs some help with that. And I wasn't the perfect mother. I was an addict when he was younger, and lost custody of my kids when he was 11. And I've been clean for over 20 years now, and I've almost acquired my bachelor's of science, and I have 4 other degrees and minor in criminal justice. And
Good. That's inspirational.
She's taking herself.
What is your major?
Sociology, and then I'm also studying criminal justice.
Good. I heard criminal justice. Yeah. What do you want to do?
I want to help mothers who have problems with addiction, and hopefully in the long run change policy where mothers can have more time to get their life together before their children are taken away completely, and to grow with their children, instead of having them separated from them and causing attachment issues with the child.
I applaud folks who live destructive lifestyles which ultimately hurt other people, and then they come back and educate themselves to go back and redeem themselves and uplift the people that they hurt. Yeah. So congratulations. I've always felt that way about myself, and that's why I try and do as much, because quite frankly, all the stuff I did, I feel if I don't redeem myself, I might step out and get hit by a Mack truck at any day. The Lord say, I didn't let you go so that you can go out here and do something. And then you done did all that junk, and now you think you're just going to run off with some money and live in Hawaii on the beach? Oh, no. You're going to redeem yourself and help all the people or the kids of those people that you hurt. So let's keep that in mind. I don't want you to get that Mack truck come your way either.
I work on my karma all the time, and I've got 20 years away from that lifestyle. So.
Yeah, and others should do the same. Sir, do you wanted to say something?
Yeah, my observation is I've known Linda since she's been the college student, and she's taken her story from somebody who's down at the ground and lifted herself up.
Yep.
And she's taken that and turned it towards a positive thing. And if
you must be getting high now, because I said all that.
Yeah, I agree. I concur.
Just kidding. How's your relationship with your son been over the years, ma'am? And when did you reconcile? How old was he?
I got to see him. I didn't miss an appointment. I didn't miss a counseling session. I didn't miss any kind of visit. I sent him letters, but the state never sent him the letters, so the whole time he never even knew I was sending him letters once a week. And then it took about 2.5 years. About the age of 13, they cut me off, and for about 2.5 years I didn't know where I was, and I ran into him at his work, and he was like almost 16. He was 16 then, and I said, hey, he's in there working. I said, do you want to see me again? He's like, yes, I want to see you. And I was relentless with the state. I never let up. I'm like, he has to see me. I'm all he has. And so they opened the door. It was a miracle, and they let me start seeing him again from age 16, and then just before he turned 18, he moved in with me, and then after that, we've
good relationship for the most part.
It was decent. He had a different lifestyle than me. His his girlfriends were a little bit intense, and gave him a lot of time, give him a lot of crap about being a mama's boy, because they're just relentless on him, like he's a mama's boy. I probably babied him, you know, because I'd want to help him.
Overcompensate for what the lack of communication in his early life. Sir, you want to give me some background?
You know, she's pretty spot on for most of it. I remember when she came to see me at 16, she even told me I could get in trouble for coming here because I'm not supposed to see you as a ward of the state, but somebody had told her where I'd work, so she came in. At the time, yeah, I mean, I was a little excited to, you know, maybe start having a relationship with my mother again since it hadn't never been a real good one. And then by the time I was 18, yeah, I decided, you know, I can make my own choices, and I didn't really have anywhere else to go right out of the foster care, so I did go and stay with her and her boyfriend at the time. And the relationship wasn't very good at all. He was a raging alcoholic and actually abusive. But after an altercation, I decided it wasn't a good place for me to be staying, and I'd actually moved out of state over to Washington, and I was there for about 4 years. And in that time, she'd moved back down to Oregon, and every time she'd talk to me, it was, you know, come move down here, come move down here. And I finally did, and I went down there and tried to help her out because she was in college at the time and a single mother. And so I was helping her take care of my little sister and, you know, paying some bills and stuff like that. And eventually it just got too much. She just wanted everything I had, to where I had actually moved out and started my own life on my own feet, you know, and try to kind of eliminate her out of my life. And
why?
Because it's just like I feel like I'm always being used, you know. She always wants what I have. If I have a little bit of money, I'd give it to her, but she'd want more. So it's like I just couldn't deal with it anymore.
No, it's not true. What happened is he ended up getting in a really bad situation in Spokane when he was living there, and he dove off a cliff, dislocated his arm. When he got out, he was drunk. Got out, his car was stolen with his phone in it. The house he was living in he was getting kicked out of that house, and he had no home, no food, no clothes, nothing. He was home, and he was wounded. And I said, I can't help you when you live in Washington. I said, you can come here and stay with me, but you have to get a job right away.
Okay, but he says he not only did he get a job, he supported you. He says you were draining him of his money.
Not true.
He's countersuing you for loans, so I certainly hope that he didn't make any loans to you. So let's start with the bail. What happened?
The bail happened, let's see. We were getting our cat checked out. It was about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we get a phone call. And it's Johnny, and he's calling from jail. And he says, Mom, I went to jail. Will you bail me out? And I go, well, how much is it? And he said, $4,050. And I'm like, I don't have that kind of money. And he goes, well, does Chuck have a credit card? And I go, I can't.
Okay, so he put his credit card up. Is that what happened?
He did.
All right, and when was he to return payment?
He was supposed to start making $100 a month payments.
Did he?
He never made a dime.
All right, good enough.
Not a cent.
And that's why he's suing. Sir, let me hear from you.
As far as the bail goes, when she called me the next day and said, when are you going to start making payments? I said, you know, you owed me $4,000, and now we're even.
For what? What'd she owe you $4,000? That's your counterclaim today. How does she owe you $4,000?
For helping her pay for her child care and her rent and her bills.
All right, tell me the time frame and how much.
It was close to, I don't know, about $300 a month, I'd say, at least, just in helping her take care of her kid.
While you were living there?
When I moved back down to Oregon, yeah, after I'd...
No, is it while you were living there that you give her this $300 a month?
Yes, I was giving her money for...
Okay, that was rent. That wasn't a loan, sir. That was rent. You lived with her and you paid her $300. You didn't loan her $300. You paid her $300 for room and board. I know you may have had a lot going on with your life based on the past history and neglect. However, you know, I have to abide by the law. And hopefully, ma'am, you've been working with him a lot. Not just strangers. First place you start is with your own loved ones and the damage you may have caused as a result of your drugs and neglect. All right? So work with him on his issues.
I would if he'd talk to me. But
pardon me?
He won't even talk to me.
Well, then you're not working on it enough. Help him. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff. Yours is dismissed.
I want to have a relationship with you, Johnny. I really do. I don't know how to fix it. I want you to go to therapy with me. If you would, please, go to therapy with me.
Honestly, I've been more than happy the whole time she's been out of my life this time, and I'd like to keep it that way.